We have this habit culturally and ourselves of swiping and liking and hearting and messaging so much that we're like bombarded and we don't even know the things that we're liking ourselves on social media. And we're kind of missing what we actually, in fact, enjoy and like.
Yeah. So we'd like to talk about that.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about that.
Just opinions we have.
As they're woven into a lot of other topics as well.
Yep.
Our husbands are Tyler and Josh, and they're great. We'll talk more about them later, I'm sure, at some point.
Yeah.
We have kids between the ages ranging between
3
and
Your
16.
Oldest. 16.
Yeah.
So
Christian's
mine is
17.
My youngest is 3. Our oldest is 16.
So we'll weave in the kids at some point too. But today we're just gonna soak in that range and think, oh my gosh, we really know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Because we have every stage covered, almost every stage.
Yep. And you have boys, and I have 3 girls and a boy. So
yeah,
there's a lot to talk about.
There's just a lot.
With kids.
Yeah.
And differences in kids, differences in likes, dislikes, because everybody's so different. Every family structure is so different. So.
Yeah. And what we listen to.
Right.
And what we take in is so different. Hence, I'm over here at Erin's house today, and her son Judah, being the youngest, is playing golf with a nutcracker.
He's obsessed.
I had to ask Erin. I'm like, it's around Easter. It's Easter weekend, and there are several nutcrackers around.
We do.
The Christmas trees
4
are gone.
Oh yeah.
But do you want to explain why there would be nutcrackers around your house close to Easter?
So, I took my son to see the Nutcracker Ballet, and he was like on the edge of my hip, like my seat, just like in awe watching this ballet, and loved it. And we got home, and I was like, do you want to watch the ballet on the TV? And so we put it on, and he's like, oh my. And so from that point on, we probably had Nutcracker Ballet on at least 3 times a day. Now
the movie?
It's been the ballet, actual ballet, Nutcracker Ballet.
Okay.
And it's like a movie, but
yeah.
And so it was on in our home 3 times a day, or the music was on. And it went from December through now, and that's been a good solid 2.5 years. For Christmas, we got him a nutcracker, obviously, and a couple of them are, one is wooden, one is stuffed, because it's technically a dog
toy. Together before this, and I look over and I'm like, is that a nutcracker? And she's like, yeah, technically it's a dog toy.
I'm like,
that's like a body wrap.
It's almost the size of him. Because he's small.
Oh, for sure.
He's a peanut. And
sure.
Oh my gosh. And then we have the plastic, like everyone's interested in like the die casting type projects where you take like a pattern you want and you put it through, like you type in a code and it will create whatever you designed. So we found a guy who makes nutcrackers. And it's technically indestructible, but the leg came off like within the first week, and
I was gonna say my kids would destroy it. They'd find a way. I have 2 very, very strong lads,
nice solid brutes
that can, football player and can destroy anything if they put their mind to it. I'm sure, but you've got delicate dolls that are ballerinas.
I do.
Just like their mom, actually. So that is one of the things that you... Well, I mean, I was in the Nutcracker. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah.
Really?
I was.
What were you?
Okay. I was.
You don't have to tell me. You're like, I don't want to go down this road.
I brought it up.
Okay.
I was, and I just laughed because my mom even made like this big picture that I had on the wall for years as if this really mattered. I got the part of an angel.
It's so fitting for you.
Okay, well, here's what I did. Thank you. And here's what I did.
Okay.
I had to hold a candle like this. So like it was really important that your elbows were up.
Yeah.
And I had a rim at the bottom of like the dress. That way it was like wire or something.
Well, it's supposed to be an angel for the tree. You know, the top of a tree, the angels have the round circles on their dresses.
Just learned that for the first time.
What?
I'm in my 40s.
I love that.
No idea.
Yeah, that's what that's for. That design.
But then why, there were a lot of us. So when we wore ballet, we weren't in point shoes or anything. We had to scuff across the stage.
That's really cute. Yeah, you do. You have to tippy toe or like take tiny steps.
Yep, and then you like cross a little bit, then you like go around, and then you're done. Like the entire show.
Okay.
That's the only part that you have. Well, that was really special to me, supposedly, because I got a part.
Yeah.
And that was it. And my mom made, like, she framed the program and well, that whole like frame was in my room for years. And I was just an angel that scuffed across the stage. That was it.
It's important though.
Your story is quite different. What have you played in the Nutcracker?
Actually, oddly enough, I've directed it, but I've never played in it.
You
I directed Act 1 and then some pieces in Act 2. So,
which means you had to create the choreography.
Yeah, I love it. That's what I love to do.
So we went to college together. By the way, we should have been like best friends then.
I know.
We were told by other people. Now that we're at this stage in life, let's just say that we don't have to mention our age. I just have a 17-year-old, no big deal. But yeah, we were friends 20 years ago.
Yeah.
It would have been 20 years ago or so. Or we knew of each other at the same small college.
Yep.
And where you were a dancer.
I was a dancer.
I was not an angel nor a dancer.
I still do it. It's fun. I love it.
Yeah.
It's my passion.
And your gift. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I love it.
So now we're becoming really good friends.
Yep.
At this season of life with a 3-year-old all the way to a driver, a 16-year-old who drives me around like a taxi.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So speaking of our kids, one of the things that we thought we would mention on our first little episode here is I spend more money and time packing lunches in my 40s than I did in my 30s. I thought that would taper as my children aged, and it's not. So what does that look like for you?
You know, so great question, because I have a really big variety in my home. So obviously my 3-year-old still at home with me. He'll be starting preschool next year. But 3-year-olds, you know how they eat. It's like the meal. Come to the table. Let's try something. I'm not hungry.
Literally made lunch for him to eat with us, and he has yet to take a bite.
Right. And so because I've been through this 4 times, I just get to the point where I'm like, you know what? If he's hungry, I'm going to leave it out for a little while. And then after a little while, I'm just going to take it and put it back in the kitchen in the fridge. So he has the option of like, if he's hungry, because I want him to listen to his body. I don't want to force him. That's not healthy. Yeah. So we do it that way. But with school lunches for the girls, my oldest,
they don't have a choice.
Just gets school lunch. Like she's
daily.
Yes, she does. And I'm actually really thankful for that, because I don't really love making school lunches. Like,
who does? But go ahead.
So there's a little tangent to that too, actually, with school lunches for me. I like bought a set of school lunch supplies the little like cutters that make shapes, like the little hearts, or you have a flower, or you might be doing
To make ahead of time, or for them to make
I make
during
the night
lunch?
before.
The
Like
night
I'll
before.
get a cucumber and then I'll like imprint shapes in it, and I have a bento box. So my youngest
Okay.
daughter, who's 7, she loves my homemade bento box lunches. We like to binge watch bento box lunch making on TV on YouTube together.
The channel?
There's oh my gosh, you don't have girls, of course. Several channels that have like bento box ideas, and they're so inspiring. Okay, preface this. I enjoy it when I want to be creative. Now, if I just have to do a lunch and get it done, I'm not into that. Like, but if it's like part of my, I think of it like for my own creativity. That's why I have this little set. Yeah. And I have like a shape, like a little cutter that has wavy lines. I like have a big cutter like that does like a princess shape in the bread. And I bought tiny
princess
pricks.
sandwich.
Mm-hmm. I bought tiny pricks with hearts on them, or little elephants or whatever, and then she can eat her blueberries with the little pricks in the bento box.
Does she?
Yes, and she adores it. And so every Friday, funny story is our school always serves pizza. And like they get it from a local pizza place, and my daughter doesn't like pizza. So I know, right? What? So she only eats these store-bought tiny pizzas from Costco. Whatever. So
that's really healthy. So
I know.
Well, healthier anyways.
Healthier, probably.
Okay.
So yeah, so every Friday I get to make a bento box lunch, and I do it the night before, and I make it kind of this ritual where I like to light a candle and I put jazz music on, and I like get out my stuff, and
you
I
are
like
dancing all over your kitchen.
I am dancing.
We know it.
And I have
doing a pirouette.
all my supplies. Yes, I'll do some releves, some balances, arabesque, whatever, and yeah.
No one knows what those are, by the way.
No, okay, sure, yeah, right. I know, like. I make it a thing that I like, an outlet, it's really fun, and she enjoys it. So I do that for her once a week. And then my second daughter is very picky. So she prefers to get what they call green cart at school. And green cart is basically, it's not like, oh, I'm getting this meal, pre-made meal. It usually is like, okay, I want this vegetable, this fruit, and this
like a buffet?
This muffin. Like it's very separated foods.
Okay.
So kids who don't think really
There's some kids that don't like their food to touch.
Right. And that's my daughter, and that's okay, So we just let her get green cart. I have done lunches for her in the past, and usually they come home full.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
so
happened.
She's eaten like one thing out of it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, instead of wasting food, I'd rather you just eat the free lunch, because thankfully we have a program at our school right now where lunch is free. It's incredible. Like, what a blessing. A blessing. So all families can get free lunch, and I'm like, hey, if you would rather that, that's fine with me. And for the most part, she makes good choices at home. So I know that's a complicated
she's not
answer.
starving.
She's not starving. She's eating what she needs, and we just supplement.
I have the opposite problem, but yes.
And that's a good story too. So we both have like different patterns of lunches, and let's hear your story with lunches. Like, do you love it?
I have very strong boys, and I say that because, and now they're teenagers, especially my oldest, and my groceries, which I plan, and I have a list actually, and now you can order them online, so you can really think ahead. So like, what am I gonna need? Well, it is, but it doesn't matter what I get, whether I go to the store or whether I get them online, delivered, it doesn't matter. At least half of them are gone within the first 48 hours. Gone. Just gone. So when it comes to lunches, here's the thing. One Christmas, it must have been not this past Christmas, but the one before. Jackson, my oldest, was, a freshman or something. We were like, you know what? We're going to up the ante on the lunches. We're going to go out and get really nice lunch boxes. Not that they wanted that as their Christmas gift, but they would appreciate, a little Santa purge. And so we got really nice lunch boxes. And long story short, eventually I was like, forget it. I'm gotta do brown bag every day.
Yeah.
Every day. I can't handle it. That way they can just throw it away. I don't have to worry. Did you bring something home? Are you taking care of something?
Okay. Would they leave their
They
lunchbox
just-
in their backpack?
Oh,
And then you would find it?
all the time. And on top of which, they would get school lunch sometimes.
Okay.
And so the whole lunch would just be in there because they
Oh.
ordered pizza or whatever. So it's not like they never make healthy choices, because they
course.
do, but it certainly isn't as quaint and precious as your girls.
Well,
And
that's one of my girls. I have 3 girls, and they're all, like, my oldest is eating a lot more now. Like, she's growing, she's going through growth spurts, she's hitting puberty. It's like 14, you know, like a lot. She's like adult menu at the restaurant kind of thing. Like, she's been like that for a few years now, but she's very versatile with what she'll eat whatever. And yeah, though she did come home and say to me recently that they don't allow seconds at their school, which I kind